If your TV is not smart, we can buy the Amazon Fire Stick. And that is what we are going to look into this video. The review of the Amazon Fire Stick Lite. But guys, I know you guys are smart because you will subscribe to this channel and hit that like button if you like this video. So I'm going to show you the packaging it came in. This is the Amazon cover it came in. And then we have the Fire Stick box itself. Along with it came the manual. Very important, guys. So inside the box, 4 things you get. First is the HDMI extender, because when you connect it in the TV, you need the extension just to make sure that your dongle is connected outside the the wall mount of the TV. So they give you this extender. Then you get lengthy wire. I'll just show you that as well. And then you get the Amazon adapter with Amazon written in it. And then you get the main dongle, which is the Fire Stick. Also, yes, you get the remote as well. In this, you have 2 batteries, which comes included in the package as well. And just like the typical Indian mentality, I have not removed the cover, I have not removed the sticker. Everything is intact the way it came, and I am just using that so far. Guys, the wire is real lengthy and the quality of the cable is pretty decent. It's not braided, but you get the thickness of the cable, so even if you bend it, you feel that it will last for a longer period of time. So that is a good thing. Now the question is, why did I choose to get the Fire Stick? It's basically because I had a PC, but it started giving issues, so I had to sell it off. That used to be my source of entertainment. But after selling that, I just had my monitor. So I was thinking, what can I get to have some kind of entertainment at home? That is the reason I chose this Fire Stick. Because these days, most of the TVs you do get the the Google TV itself, where you have all the compatible OTT platforms, all the apps you need, everything. But for people who don't have that kind of a TV, or they cannot afford that much money, or they have a monitor like me but they want to watch content on it, so if you are tight on budget, my recommendation would simply be get a 1080p monitor, because Fire Stick Lite supports 1080-60 only. So get a monitor. You will get it around 5,000 something, and then you can get this Fire Stick for another 2,500 or something. If it's on sale, you will get it much cheaper. I did get this on sale during the Diwali sale, which happened last year. So you get around 7,000, 7,500. You get a pretty decent entertainment package, because if you are paying for OTT already, you can simply get this as a combination to get yourself a complete package of watching content on a pretty good looking setup. So as far as I am concerned, these kind of Fire Stick would be aimed for people who have a very tight space and they just want a small screen for them to watch something on. Maybe you want to add something to the kitchen, where while cooking you want to watch something, and you have a small space to mount something. You can just purchase a small monitor and just connect the HDMI port with the Fire Stick, so that you can use it for Amazon, YouTube, Netflix, ZIFI, all the apps, all the main apps which you would want in an OTT platform. All those platforms are covered by Fire Stick. So basically, for the initial setup, you take the dongle. You have the side port connection here. You just connect it with the cable you get, and once you do this, you connect this USB to the adapter you are given, and then if you connect it on, you are set. If you need the extender, you use it. Otherwise, you just can put it in the box and use it if you need it in the future. Because right now I am just connecting it to the monitor, so I don't have the need to use that. But if you do, definitely make use of it, because it is being provided by Amazon itself. So on the remote on top you get the Alexa button, then you have the the direction pad and the OK button. Then you have home, then you get the options menu, then back and the play, forward and all those things, and then you get the live TV control. Then you get buttons exclusively for Prime and Amazon Music along with Netflix, and this is for the apps button, which is basically to look at all the apps you have. So it will basically show all the apps which I have downloaded. So now I'll just show you the option or the combination of buttons to restart a Fire Stick, because whenever you face any issues, say a program is not working on an OTT platform or an application is not working properly, or it's stuttering or doing something weird, just make sure that you restart so that things can restart again, just like you do it on your mobile phone. So for that you have to press the middle button, the OK button, along with the play button. So keep pressing it and look at this. For around 5 seconds or so, you see that your Fire Stick is powering off and it will restart by its own. Just wait for it to restart, and after that mostly the issues you have will get sorted out by itself. If not, you can go clear cache, clear the extra memory and all those things to make sure that your Fire Stick runs smoothly. So like I said, it has begun now, and you will again see the home screen which we saw before. So there is the home screen, and if you go to the the About tab where these shows are showing, it will start auto playing. I'm just not doing it because of the copyright issues, but if you have this, it will just start playing it by itself, like you see that. So these kind of things which you have on smart TVs, you get on this as well. So a monitor is basically converted into a TV with the Fire Stick. Now coming on to the settings menu, which is basically the end of the main menu you see. When you go, you get the notifications in case you get an update or anything new added to the Fire Stick, you will get the notifications here. So in profiles, it's basically a setup just for yourself. So while setting it up initially, just make sure you log in with the account which has Prime in it. So right now you can see Radha's name on that because it's my mother's account and she has Prime in her account. So I have logged in with her Amazon account. But the thing is, in profiles, I have created my own profile. So when I use Fire TV, I'll just use my profile so that whatever series or whatever movies I am watching, those will stay with the the Fire TV I am watching. That will not get transferred or that will not get confused when she is using her account. So that is the reason you have to create a separate profile, just like you do in Amazon Prime. If you watch movies on separate profiles, they remain separately so that you can watch your own preferred content. So you have parental controls as well, just the usual things which comes along with it. So that profile thing which I showed you, that's basically the same thing here as well. So you have the option of setting that here again, and then you have the network, obviously, just like usually you have to connect to the internet to watch content, and that's how you do it here as well. Coming on to the display and sounds, if you have Alexa home theater, you can set it up with that. Screensaver, it uses its own screensaver setup where it has its own collections and all those things. You can see in the background, these are Amazon styled screensavers, and they look really good. So as far as I am concerned, this Amazon collection looks really good, so I don't mind changing it. If you want to change all these things, you can do that, but it comes down to personal preference. Alright, this setting is there though. And then you get the display setting where the resolution is supported only up to 1080p 60 Hz. So just keep that in mind, because this is Amazon Fire Stick Lite. It's not the 4K, it's the Lite version. So just make sure that it supports only up to 1080 60, and color bits up to 12 bits you are getting support. And other than that, you have this color format if you want to change these things, but I usually prefer it being the default setting it is on, because these things we need not bother much, since it's a monitor which has its own setting of colors and stuff. So if you want to change anything, you can modify it in that itself rather than going around all these settings. So I just have these on auto, and if you want to scale the display the way you want, if the corners are not properly covered, you can go with the calibrate setting. Then these things again remains in the default setup or the default option. Alright, next coming on to the audio. So navigating sounds is the first option, which basically means while I am pressing up and down, you will hear a sound or not. Right now I have switched off the speaker, so that is why you are not hearing any sound. Okay, I just switched it on just for you guys to hear it. So this is the sound you get. This is the navigation sound. If I switch it off, you don't get any sound. Alright, then is the surround sound, that if you have extra home theater or anything, you can connect to it and assign those things here, so that you can use that as well while you are watching the content. Okay, these are the things which you have in display and audio. Now coming on to the display mirroring. So this is basically a function where you can stream your mobile or any other device onto this monitor through FireStick. That's a really good function, because if you want to use your mobile to stream whatever is shown on your mobile screen to the monitor, you can make use of this function by enabling the screen mirroring on your mobile and also clicking on this option on FireStick. Alright, this is available, so make use of it and it works. I'll try to show you it in a separate video, maybe if anybody asks for it, how to do it and all. So I can make a separate video on that. If you want, tell me in the comment section. Now coming on to applications. So applications, this is the Silk browser. Silk is basically the browser from Amazon. Okay, so you don't get the the Google Chrome or any other browser in this. You just have this Silk browser, which works fine. I'll just show you that as well. And in this, the App Store is of Amazon App Store, not the Google App Store, because the UI and everything you see is of Amazon. It's not Google. Okay, so Google apps will not be supported here. The UI and all the apps related to it are from Amazon. So that is slightly on the disadvantage side, because you don't get all the apps which you want, which you would like to have on a TV as well. So that doesn't come with this FireStick. Okay, now coming on to things where how much storage is there. You can see it's 5.35, so basically it's like 6 GB. So the the OS takes up like 700 MB from the available space. Okay, 1.98 is the amount of GB I am using with my apps. So when you have these apps, you will have all these cache and everything added on to it, because of which the storage will become more than you would like it to be. So if you have any issue with any apps and you want to people usually suggest clear the cache so that it will get sorted out by its own. So what you need to do is basically go into this applications and go into any app like Fire TV player. Then you can use clear data, which will take all the login and every option or every data. So make sure that you are not deleting everything, because if you are, say for example, using someone else's account or something, you might have to ask the account details again, because if you log out on pressing clear data, you will have to log in again when you want to watch content on that. So make sure that when you have issue with an application, just clear cache, don't clear data. Clear data only when the app is just crashing or doing something which it shouldn't be doing. So just make it clear on what you want to do, clear cache or clear data. Clear cache as the first level of clearance. Final, like nothing is working, clear data and see if everything you are doing hasn't solved the issue. Uninstall the app and reinstall it. As simple as that. Alright, these things are available in applications. So equipment control is basically if you have a sound bar or any other equipments which will be connected to this Fire Stick, you can enable all the options and use those things in this. Right now I don't have anything connected. I just have speaker connected through my monitor, so it doesn't work because it just show that there are no equipments available. So if you have anything, just make use of it through this option. The next option is live TV. Under this we don't have any live TV as of now because everything I'm using is OTT. But if you do have live TV in this, you will get that option here. Right now it is not there, so it is. So let's move on to the next one. Now coming on to the next one is controllers and Bluetooth devices. This is very important because you have to connect your Fire TV with the remote you get. The remote you get is basically Bluetooth remote. So make sure that you connect it through this. And if you have any game controllers and you have any port with which you can connect a controller, or if you have a controller which is wireless, you can simply control your game controller and use that as well for playing games in this. Is it really something which you should be doing? I don't really know because there are some little games available as well which I will show you in a bit, but it's there. Simply put, that option is there. If you want to make use of it, do that. Otherwise it doesn't matter. Now coming on to the main option, because any kind of Bluetooth device you will be using, like say for example earphones or headphones or any other Bluetooth devices which are compatible for you to use it with this maybe Bluetooth speaker, all these things will come under this category. This Powerology TW is basically my earphones which is already connected with the Fire Stick, so it is showing up here. Alright, so the next option is my Fire TV. In this you have about section, then you have developer options, then you have legal and compliance, sleep, restart, reset to factory defaults. So all these options are there. So if you want to make use of these things, do it, because in developer options you can enable unknown apps for you to install third-party apps as well, which is another video. If you want that as well, just let me know in the comment section so that I can make it. Okay, so the next option is accessibility. In this you have closed caption, Alexa caption, voice view. So if you want to get guidance through voice, like someone reading every text out on the screen, you can enable this option. You have text banner where all the things which are shown on the screen will be shown as a banner, so that you can make use of it if you need it. Screen magnifier, if you want to magnify the text and all those things on the screen, use that. For contrast text, just to be able to see the text clearly, you can use this option. Audio description and feedback, all these things are the things which are there in this. So those are all the options under the settings tab. Now coming on to the App Store, let's just get a quick look at it, because you get all the things like Netflix, Hotstar, Lionsgate Play, Sun Next, Sony Live, AHA, Jio Cinema. All these things are available for you. Even Twitch is there, YouTube is there, ZOTAC is there, ZiFi is there. All these things are there. Apart from this, if you want to search based on categories, you have categories as well, and you can select things according to your preference here and search for applications. Just keep in mind, not Google Play Store. So make sure that the applications you would like to see might not be on this, because all the applications from Google Store are not here. Just make that very clear. So games like Ludo King, Evo, Crossy Road, Red Ball, these kind of small games are there. Tetris is there, Flappy Birds is there. So you get the idea. It's very basic games which you can play with the remote control, these buttons and all those things. Only those kind of games are there. Yes, you can connect a controller like I said, but if you want to connect a controller, the games have to support that level of, or give that level of gameplay, which this does not have. Okay, let's keep it that way. It's pretty basic game, and if you wanna have some kind of casual fun, you can definitely make use of that. Alright, so now I just want to show how to rearrange the main tabs. So basically the tabs, like the OTTs which you see, or the applications which you see on top, are on my home screen, like Prime Video, YouTube, Hotstar, Internet, and all those things are my home screen. So if you wanna say move this Amazon Music to the home screen, what you need to do is you need to press the options button, which is basically this 3 line. If you press this, you will get the option of move to front, and more info. So if you press move to front, it will basically move to the top main set of menus or main set of apps, and it will get replaced by one app coming down, because 6 apps are only allowed on the home screen. Apart from that, you have to press the apps button. This apps button, you see, this apps button you have to press. So that is how things are done here. Now Amazon Music is a default application because it's basically from Amazon. So Fire Stick is from Amazon, so they have given it as default. Now the applications which you have installed, say for example Twitch I have installed. Now in this, if I press options, I will get more options, which is move to front, more info, offload, uninstall. So if you have to uninstall any application, you can uninstall it from this option. Just make sure that you are aware of this option being on the options button, which is the 3-line thing. Okay, so I'm just playing a sample video for you to see. Here you can see that in the settings you get the option of 1080p 60. So whatever you want to watch, you can watch it maximum at 1080p 60 fps only. Okay, even if videos which support or which releases on 4K, you cannot watch them on 4K in this Fire Stick Lite, because it supports only 1080p 60. Alright guys, I hope I have covered everything you needed to know about Fire Stick. This makes sense only for people who are on a very tight budget and they want a peripheral to use or watch OTT content, maybe on a smaller screen like monitor or something like that. Or if your TV is not smart enough but you got a really good on a TV which is not smart, maybe you can get this. But other than that, it doesn't make much sense, because these days you get Google TV on a very good budget. So yeah, based on your preference, try to get it, but it's a pretty decent thing. And one of the biggest disadvantage with this would be there is no warranty with this. So if you have purchased and it goes off after a month, you are done. So that's the biggest disadvantage. But yeah, the product quality is good. Whatever you need from this kind of peripheral, you get all those functionalities. And for me, I am getting proper usage out of this, because it supports whatever content I want to watch. I can connect my speakers to it and I can simply watch it on my monitor. So all those things are covered. So thank you for watching. If you have any doubts regarding this, comment section. I will see you in the next one.